Yeah, L6, June 27, 2023, email from Brenda Lenehan regarding flood wall stairs and accessibility. Now, I've had some direct conversations with her regarding this, and we did a site visit, so I guess I'll report on that, unless she is online. Oh, she is. Oh, she is. Again, if she wishes to speak, I guess we need to vote accordingly. You would. Brenda, are you available to speak?
Hello, yes, I am here. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we're just going to vote on allowing you to speak to this letter.
Okay. Move that the public input, the author of this letter be permitted to speak. Second, Northcott.
All those in favor?
Fowler, Northcott.
Elliott.
Joseph.
David. Okay, go ahead, Brenda.
Okay, I didn't really expect I was going to speak tonight, but I just, I don't know, I mean, if you've read the letter, basically I was just trying to instill in the village that building stairs is essentially a barrier for many people in our community, and I just want to make it very clear to everyone, when I speak about these things, I'm not speaking about my son. Yes, he is one of the people, but I am a disability advocate federally and provincially and municipally, and I, through my son, have become very aware of accessibility issues, and I've become an advocate, and I've done professional work in this area as well. So I see things through a different lens these days. I see people in our village. I know the challenges people face, and I know that stairs are not accessible to many people in our community, and there's a process actually where by September 1st, the village is supposed to have accessibility plans and accessibility committee in place, and that's happening. I don't know exactly how that's happening, but it's kind of happening through a regional district collaborative process right now. But essentially, this is accessibility legislation is coming into force in BC, and we are not thinking very future-proof if we don't. Not just this project, but all projects. I heard mention about the museum tonight. That is inaccessible at the moment. There's just a set of stairs there because the ramp rotted and is gone. So, and improvements of the rec center, it would be great to see accessibility improvements there as well. Just really hoping that all projects at the really early stages of the game, at the grant stage, it can even be beneficial because there's an opportunity to actually get specific grants if you are savvy about accessibility, because it's on the radar of all governments right now. Most governments, I'd like our government to have it on the radar as well. And yeah, I guess my letter is specific to the wall and about that piece, but it's actually really a bigger conversation that I want to ignite. So yeah, that's that.
Okay, thanks for that. And
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
You pointed out your two main concerns. My question is for actually our CAO. Was there not a grant a little while back that we received for handicap accessibility? I'm going off memory basically, but I thought I'd seen something in our past, maybe even early this year, later last year, that there was a grant opportunity to improve handicap accessibility for buildings. I know I don't expect an answer, but I thought I saw something in the past. I was just wondering if you remember.
We've applied for a grant to the Infrastructure Canada, the Green and Inclusive Buildings Fund, and it's a large grant, and the village's contribution should be quite substantial. It's in the 5-year capital plan. The scope of that project would improve have applied for it, and are there any members of council, including yourself, Councillor Elliott, had concerns about the cost to the village in terms of what our contribution, because of the large amount of our contribution, so.
Well, do you remember offhand what the percentage contribution was?
It's just under $3 million project, and our share would be $800,000.
Oh, I was trying to refer to a smaller grant. I thought it was around the neighborhood of $40,000 to just ensure that if there was an area that needed accessibility, this would be available funding for that.
I'm not that aware of.
Okay, I don't know where I read it. I just kind of thought it had something to do with the village. Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Any other comments?
Can you refresh my memory if this is a provincial or a federal grant?
Which one?
The one that we're waiting on that you don't know if we have it yet, or the one that you were
Tender?
yeah.
Not about the wall? Okay.
No, not the
So,
one.
it's federal dollars.
That's what I thought.
It's through Infrastructure Canada.
Yeah, a couple of things, like we haven't actually started building this wall yet, but it could be happening quite soon, correct? So we've gone out to tender. Now, the problem is, part of the tender, which we added very late in the game, was, for stairways, a stairway for access mid-wall. Yeah, on a site visit with Brenda, we noticed that it would be possible, and I think Marcus confirmed this, that we could have wheelchair or other mobility impaired access from each end of the wall. So that would exist. It would require some upgrades in places in terms of creating a gravel route and stabilizing a couple of locations. So we're talking more money there. Now, the stairway, what was the last cost estimate? Like, we're waiting on a bid, so we don't know what it's gonna come in at, but I think it's gonna be
60,000, wasn't it?
no, it's more than that now.
108,000 and
Yeah.
For the stairs.
tax exclusive.
And that's for stairs, and it's gonna
And the cast in place wall.
it's gonna require a piece of the wall to be poured because of, I guess, the space requirements in order to, put in the stairway over the wall. So that's the cost we're looking at for that now.
I got a question for Brenda.
I was just gonna say, with wheelchair access, it's gonna require fairly lengthy ramps. I think Brenda had said 20 meters on each side, which we poured concrete. Possibly metal, I guess we could do, but I imagine the cost would be substantially higher than that, and, I don't think the grant's gonna cover it. So I'm just putting that out there.
Councillor Doug's got a question for you, Brenda. Are you aware of any grants that are available right now or through organizations that you've worked with that would have funding that could help our village?
Yeah, there's hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of grants. There's federal grants, provincial grants. I mean, they're all quite targeted. There are more and more grants coming online these days, for sure.
Because I'm not being
That are-
pass the buck. I mean, if you're already aware of something that we're unaware of, that would be something interesting for you to submit to us so that we can take advantage of any funding that would improve accessibility throughout town.
Yeah. I mean, I could compile a list of grant opportunities. I know Mark knows of some of them, and I'm actually attending an information session next week about I think provincial ones that are aimed at municipalities. So yeah, I can definitely, I can create a list and keep folks looped in on that. But yeah, but the key message here is that all projects need a foundational accessibility lens, like right at the beginning of the project, and that government dollars should never be used to create barriers for anyone in our community. And it takes effort to ensure that that is a goal that, and it takes consultation with community to make sure that that is happening. And it takes adhering to, like, for example, the benches that went in, there actually are CSA standards accessibility standards that apply to outdoor spaces, but ensuring that those are used when installations like that are made.
Okay, thanks for that. Any further comments from council?
I only wanted to comment on sort of what you were saying, Mr. Mayor, about the RFP and the money for the stairs and how maybe that would be better used by making both ends accessible.
Yeah, I mean, right now, we're sort of looking at paying out of pocket for doing that. It's not in the scope of the contract. I mean, the stairs were added at the last minute. So, yeah, we're gonna have to come up with the funds just for that. It would provide access, but obviously it's not gonna provide access mid-wall, which was the idea behind the stairs, which some of the public had advocated for, and that's how that came forward, well, including myself, but anyway. Any last words, Brenda, and then we're gonna move on.
Yeah, I guess I just wonder if, like, is that implication that the stairs, if there's a plan to go ahead with stairs, it would be really valuable to at least get a quote on what a ramp would look like, because it really is like very backwards thinking to put stairs in if there's possibilities of other options. I'm not sure where those decisions are at, but I think it is worth starting to look at those processes where you need to accept the cost of accessibility and start working them in.
Okay. And just another thing I wanted to flag, and I did have this conversation with Brenda too, is if we were to put in a wheelchair ramp along the road, it might potentially make the road too narrow. I'm not sure, I don't know what the rules are around roads and road widths, but I'm concerned that it might have to go one way in order to allow this ramp to go in the middle wall.
Can I say something?
No,
No,
sorry.
you guys do that, you did and everything, but they.
Okay, let's move on now. Okay, we got the new business done. Oh, that brings us, sorry, no, we do have some more here. No, we